Alright, it's time to get started on getting this Barnstang running again. So we're going to jack it up. We got the jack stands jacked. We're going to put a new fuel tank in the car, drain the fluids, change the plugs, a couple other things, and see if we can't get this thing to fire up. So I got the car up on some jack stands, high enough off the ground that I can get under it now and get to work. So let's take a look at what the underside of this car looks like, because I haven't even looked at it because it was buried in a barn and then just been sitting here, so I haven't even been under the car yet to see what the underside really looks like. So let's take a look. Alright, let's see what we find under here. Let's roll under here. We got an aluminum plate under here, the giant fuel pump. Currently not wired, it looks like. This car did have a supercharged 347 in it for a while, so that's probably what this big fuel pump was in here for. As far as suspension, it looks like it's still got the saline kit in it, which was the Coney Red shocks on this one. Looks like the saline springs in the back. I'm not sure if this extra little roll bar here was a saline piece or if it was something else. So I'm not sure if that was something that got added on. The car's also got some giant Willwood brakes. Not sure if you can see all these spider webs in here, but got plenty of those too. Some giant Willwood brakes on this thing. They are 4-lug, which everybody was upgrading to 5-lug. Not sure why he stuck with 4-lug, but nice looking brakes under here. And of course some super rusted out Flowmaster exhaust. This is when they used to make exhaust that didn't fall apart completely. Looks like these things probably would still hold together. We'll see what happens. And then you can see this blue line, that is fuel for the big fuel system. So looks like a return and everything going on through there, through the bottom of the car. We'll have to see where that pops up out front. Let's see what else we can see here. Alright, from the side of the car here, let's not forget about these 335 tires. It's crazy how that used to be a huge tire. Now it's almost standard on a lot of cars. So anyway, 335, tons of cobwebs. Looks like a braided nitrous line. Car did have nitrous in it for a while. Here's the rest of the fuel system. Looks like it does have welded in subframe connectors that look pretty good still, so that's nice. Bolted in the middle here, welded in front and rear. The torque boxes look pretty good. I don't see any rust or anything. Luckily this was a California car, so they don't look super mangled. Looks like they've held together pretty well. Car does have catalytic converters on it because it was a California car. Looks like it does have an aluminum drive shaft on the car, which is nice. Up here we have a really nice Tremec T56 transmission, along with the rest of the catalytic converters. Big nasty fuel system running in the side here. Not sure if that's an ideal way to run that, but that's what Dad did. Let's see what else we can find up front here. Alright, front suspension looks like still the saline springs, Coney yellow shocks up front. It's got a giant sway bar on it. Not sure if that was something he added or that came standard with this California edition. Besides that, just a standard stock motor up here, and then all sorts of extra stuff going on. Broken turn signal, where this big body kit sticks out. Looks like there was an alarm in it. There's a ignition system hanging around there. Now we got cobwebs on the GoPro. There's so many of them. So nothing too fancy up here. It's also got some nice brakes up front as well. I'll have to take a look at those when I get the wheels off. But also nice up there. Overall, just need to take a shot back to this thing and try and get rid of all these cobwebs so I can get to work underneath this car. Cool. right, so I got this whole thing cleaned up off the ground, ready to go. So now I'm gonna start dropping the fuel tank, get that thing swapped out. And so on the next video, you'll see fuel tank, fluids, all of that. Then we're gonna try to see if we can start this thing. If you have any questions about the Barnstang, drop them in the comments. I'd love to answer them for you. Please hit subscribe so you can follow along.